Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going on a very special journey, crafting the perfect 12-day trip to Kyoto, Japan.
Sounds amazing.
And the best part is, this is all tailored for a first-time visitor. So if you've always dreamed of experiencing the magic of Kyoto but weren't sure where to begin, well, you've come to the right place.
Kyoto really is one of those cities that captures the imagination, isn't it? It has this incredible blend of ancient traditions and modern vibrancy.
Yeah, I've seen photos and videos, and it just looks so captivating, so different from anything I've experienced before.
It truly is. You can wander through serene temples and gardens, sip matcha in centuries-old tea houses, and then find yourself amidst bustling arcades and incredible food all in the same day.
Okay, I'm already sold.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves and start planning our geisha district adventures, let's talk about the best time to experience all this magic. Because choosing the right season can really make all the difference, right?
Absolutely. Each season in Kyoto unveils a different side of the city's beauty.
Oh, I bet. So let's break it down season by season. Where should we start?
Well, if you're dreaming of that iconic picture postcard Kyoto moment, with the cherry blossoms and everything, then spring is the time to go. It's truly magical.
Okay, I've seen those pictures, cherry blossoms everywhere. What's it actually like to be there during that time?
It's like stepping into a dream. Imagine strolling beneath the canopy of delicate pink cherry blossoms, their petals drifting on a gentle breeze. It's a sight that will take your breath away.
Wow, okay, you've definitely captured my attention with that description.
And spring in Japan is just as much about the atmosphere as the blossoms themselves. It's a time of renewal and celebration, and the energy in Kyoto is just so positive and uplifting.
I can only imagine. Okay, so spring is definitely high on my list. But what about autumn? Doesn't Kyoto also get those vibrant fall colors?
Oh, you're absolutely right. Autumn in Kyoto is like stepping into a living painting. Think crisp air, clear skies, and those stunning temples framed by vibrant hues of red, orange, and yellow.
Oh, wow. It sounds so picturesque.
It's a photographer's dream come true. And for anyone who loves nature and those fiery autumn landscapes, it's a truly unforgettable experience.
Okay, I'm officially torn between spring and autumn now. But before we make any decisions, let's talk about winter. Doesn't Kyoto get pretty cold during those months?
It does get cold, yes. But winter in Kyoto has its own special magic. It's a time for quiet reflection, for experiencing the city's beauty in a more serene, almost mystical way.
So it's a completely different vibe from the bustling energy of spring or the vibrant colors of autumn.
Exactly. Imagine snow-dusted temples, tranquil gardens, and this kind of hushed atmosphere throughout the city. It's incredibly peaceful.
Wow, that sounds incredibly peaceful.
And here's a bonus, you'll encounter far fewer crowds during the winter months, which can be a real plus if you're not a fan of huge crowds.
Fewer crowds, tranquil atmosphere, snowy temples. Okay, winter is definitely in the running now. But we can't forget about summer.
Of course. Summer in Kyoto is all about embracing the heat and the vibrant energy of festivals. It's a season where you can wear those colorful yukata, which are like light cotton kimonos, and experience the city come alive with music, dance, and celebrations.
Okay, so it sounds like each season in Kyoto truly offers something unique and special.
That's the beauty of it. You have the power to choose the atmosphere that resonates most with you.
Okay, but how does someone planning their first trip make that choice? It's kind of overwhelming.
It really comes down to thinking about what kind of experience you're hoping to have. Are you drawn to the delicate beauty of those cherry blossoms, the fiery hues of autumn leaves, the tranquility of a snow-kissed landscape, or the vibrant energy of those summer festivals? It all comes back to your personal preference.
Okay, that's actually very helpful advice. Think about the experience you want and then choose the season that best aligns with that. Makes sense. Now that we've set the stage with the perfect time to visit, let's dive into the heart of Kyoto, those must-visit landmarks that everyone dreams of seeing. What should be at the very top of the list for a first-time visitor?
Well, when it comes to iconic sites, you absolutely cannot miss Fushimi Inari Shrine.
Fushimi Inari, that's the one with all the orange gates, right?
That's the one. Picture thousands of vibrant orange torii gates winding up a mountainside, creating this seemingly endless path. It's truly a sight to behold.
I've seen pictures, but I can only imagine how awe-inspiring it must be to actually walk through those gates.
It really is something else. It's like stepping into another world, and the energy there is palpable.
Okay, Fushimi Inari is definitely at the top of our must-see list. What else should we add?
Next on the list has to be Kinkakuji Temple, also known as the Golden Pavilion. Just imagine a golden temple reflected perfectly on a still pond surrounded by lush gardens.
Oh, wow. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale.
It's a truly captivating blend of art, architecture, and nature. And the way the light reflects off the gold is just mesmerizing.
Okay, that's two for the must-see list, Fushimi Inari and the Golden Pavilion. Now, I have a feeling there's more to Kyoto than just those iconic landmarks, right?
Oh, absolutely. Kyoto is full of hidden gems, places that are off the beaten path but equally captivating.
Okay, I love the sound of that. Tell me more about these hidden gems.
Well, for a truly unique experience, you have to visit Sanju Sengendo Temple. It houses 1,001 life-size statues of Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy.
1,001 statues. That's incredible.
It's an overwhelming and awe-inspiring sight. The sheer scale and detail of those statues is simply breathtaking. It's something that will stay with you long after you leave Kyoto.
Okay, Sanju Sangendo Temple is officially on my list. What else is hiding in plain sight that we need to see?
Well, you mentioned the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove earlier, and it's definitely a must-visit.
Oh, I've heard about that. What's so special about it?
The Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is like stepping into another world. Imagine towering bamboo stalks swaying gently in the breeze, sunlight filtering through the leaves, creating this sense of peace and serenity.
I've seen pictures and it just looks so magical.
It truly is. It's a very sensory experience, the sound of the wind rustling through the bamboo, the dappled sunlight, the fresh, earthy scent.
Okay, I'm adding bamboo forest selfie to my to-do list. Now we've got temples, shrines, and even a bamboo forest. What about something with a bit more history? A place where we can really feel those echoes of Kyoto's past.
For that, you have to visit Nisho Castle. It was built in the 17th century as the residence of the Tokugawa shogunate, and it's a fascinating glimpse into Kyoto's feudal past.
Okay, tell me more.
One of the coolest things about Nisho Castle is that you can actually walk on nightingale floors. These floors are designed to chirp with each step, a clever security measure meant to alert the shogun to intruders.
A castle with secret chirping floors. That's incredible. So we've got temples, shrines, a bamboo forest, and a castle. What else is there?
Well, believe it or not, we've only just scratched the surface. Kyoto's beauty goes far beyond those well-trodden tourist paths. There are hidden gems waiting to be discovered in every corner of the city.
Okay, I'm ready to uncover those hidden gems. Where do we start?
Let's start with a place that's often overlooked, the Kyoto Imperial Palace, the former residence of Japan's imperial family. It's a serene oasis in the heart of the city.
Wow, an imperial palace. What's it like inside?
It's surprisingly peaceful and understated. You can wander through the stunning gardens, admire the traditional architecture, and get a glimpse into the life of the imperial family.
That sounds incredible. Okay, what else is hiding in plain sight that we need to see?
Well, if you're looking for a taste of authentic Kyoto, you can't miss the Gion district.
The Gion district, isn't that the geisha district?
Yes, it's a historic district known for its traditional wooden machiya houses and the elusive geishas who still work in the area.
Okay, what's it like to actually wander through the Gion district?
It's like stepping back in time. Imagine strolling through narrow, cobbled streets lined with these charming wooden houses, maybe catching a glimpse of a geisha hurrying to an appointment. It's truly enchanting.
That sounds magical. What else is on our hidden gems list?
For a moment of quiet contemplation, head to the Philosopher's Path, a scenic walking path that follows a canal lined with cherry trees.
The Philosopher's Path? Okay, tell me more about that.
It's named after a famous philosopher who used to walk this path every day to meditate. It's a peaceful and scenic spot, and it's especially beautiful during cherry blossom season.
I can just imagine strolling along that path, lost in thought, surrounded by cherry blossoms. What a serene experience. Okay, so we've got our must-see landmarks and our hidden gems. But what about those travelers who are looking for a more bustling, energetic experience? Where should they go?
Oh, for that, you absolutely have to visit Nishiki Market, known as Kyoto's Kitchen. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way.
Sensory overload, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What makes Nishiki Market so special?
Just imagine vibrant colors, delicious aromas, and the energy of all those local vendors selling everything from fresh seafood and pickled vegetables to traditional sweets and street food.
Oh, wow. It sounds like a foodie's paradise.
It truly is. You can wander through the market, sampling all sorts of delicious treats and soaking up the atmosphere.
Right, Nishiki Market is definitely going on our list. Okay, so we've got our must-see landmarks, our hidden gems, and even a bustling market experience. But I have a feeling we've only just scratched the surface of what Kyoto has to offer, right?
You're absolutely right. Kyoto is a city that's full of surprises, and there's so much more to discover beyond those initial impressions.
Well, in that case, let's dive even deeper. What else does Kyoto have in store for us?
Welcome back to our Kyoto deep dive. Now, are you ready to actually map out your perfect 12-day adventure?
I am so ready. Let's do this. I'm excited to get into the nitty-gritty and actually start bringing this trip to life. So where do we begin?
Let's start with day one. How about we immerse you in the iconic Fushimi Inari Shrine right off the bat?
Okay, I like where we're going with this.
Imagine this. You arrive early to beat the crowds, before it gets too busy. And you wander through that seemingly endless path of those vibrant orange torii gates. It's mesmerizing, especially when the morning light filters through the trees.
Okay, I can already picture myself there getting lost in that sea of orange. What a way to kick off the trip. But all that walking is bound to work up an appetite. What about lunch? Any recommendations for a great place to eat near Fushimi Inari?
Absolutely. Instead of those usual tourist traps, let's take you to a small family-run restaurant tucked away in a quiet alley.
Oh, I love those hidden gems.
They specialize in traditional Kyoto-style obanzai.
Obanzai, I'm not familiar with that. What is it?
Think small, seasonal dishes that showcase the freshest local ingredients. It's like a home-cooked meal, but with that special Kyoto touch.
Okay, you've definitely piqued my curiosity. Give me some examples. What kind of dishes are we talking about here?
Oh, it's a delightful mix of flavors and textures. You might find things like simmered eggplant with miso, delicate tofu skin with sesame dressing, or seasonal vegetables pickled to perfection.
Okay, yum. That sounds delicious. It's like a culinary adventure in itself. All right, what's next on our day one itinerary?
In the afternoon, how about we experience the tranquility of a traditional Japanese garden? But not just any garden. Let's take you to a hidden gem called Muranon Garden. It was designed by a famous Meiji-era artist and is known for its unique blend of Japanese and Western aesthetics.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What makes Muranon Garden so special?
You'll find these meticulously raked gravel gardens, serene ponds, and a tea house where you can sip matcha while gazing at the beautiful surroundings.
That sounds incredibly peaceful. Okay, so we've got Fushimi Inari Shrine, a hidden gem lunch spot, and Muranon Garden. What about dinner? Any recommendations for our first night in Kyoto?
For dinner, let's introduce you to a more modern side of Kyoto cuisine. Have you ever heard of kyoyasai?
Kyoyasai. Not ringing a bell. What is it?
These are special vegetables that are unique to the Kyoto region. They're known for their exceptional quality and flavor.
Oh, interesting. So kind of like how certain regions are known for their wines or cheeses.
Exactly. Kyoto has this long history of farming, and kyoyasai is a testament to that tradition.
What kind of vegetables are we talking about here?
You'll find unique varieties of eggplant, radish, bamboo shoots, and more, all bursting with flavor.
Okay, I'm definitely adding kyoyasai to my must-try list.
There are several restaurants that specialize in using kyoyasai in their dishes, often with a modern twist.
Give me an example. What kind of dishes can we expect to find?
Imagine delicate tempura made with seasonal kyoyasai, or a beautifully plated salad that showcases their vibrant colors and textures. It's all about celebrating fresh, local ingredients.
Okay, that sounds incredible. All right, day one is already shaping up to be pretty amazing. A perfect mix of iconic sites, hidden gems, and those culinary adventures. Now, what does day two have in store for us?
For day two, let's venture out to the Arashiyama district. It's an area known for its stunning natural beauty.
I've heard great things about Arashiyama.
Of course, we have to visit the iconic Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. But this time, let's experience it a bit differently. Instead of just walking through the grove, how about we rent bicycles and explore the surrounding area?
Oh, I love that idea. Cycling through a bamboo forest sounds so peaceful and magical. What else can we see and do in the area?
Well, a short ride from the Bamboo Grove is a secluded temple called Gyoji.
Okay, tell me about Gyoji Temple.
It's nestled in this lush moss garden, and the sound of running water creates this incredible sense of tranquility. It's a hidden gem where you can escape the crowds and truly connect with nature.
Okay, I'm already picturing myself there, surrounded by moss and the sound of water.
Yeah.
Sounds so peaceful. What about lunch? Any recommendations for a memorable dining experience in Arashiyama?
For lunch, let's take you to a riverside restaurant that specializes in traditional Kyoto-style kaiseki.
Kaiseki, that's the multi-course meal, right?
Yeah. Yes. Imagine this. You're seated in a tatami room overlooking the Hosogawa River, and course after course of these beautifully presented seasonal dishes are brought to your table.
Oh, wow. That sounds absolutely divine.
It's not just a meal, it's an experience.
I can't wait. Okay, so we've got cycling through the Bamboo Grove, Gyoji Temple, and Kaiseki by the river. What's next on our Arashiyama adventure?
How about we switch gears and experience a different kind of art form, traditional Japanese dyeing techniques? Have you ever heard of shibori or yuzen dyeing?
I've heard the terms, but honestly, I'm not really familiar with what they are.
Shibori and yuzen are traditional dyeing methods that create these incredibly intricate and beautiful patterns on fabric.
Oh, wow. So they're like ancient textile art forms.
Exactly. And there are several workshops in Arashiyama where you can actually learn about these techniques and even try your hand at creating your own dyed piece.
Now, that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so we've got our art experience sorted out. What about dinner on day 2?
For dinner, let's head back to central Kyoto and introduce you to the world of izakayas.
Izakayas.
Yeah.
I've heard about those, but what exactly are they?
They're Japanese pubs, but they're so much more than that. They're a place to relax, enjoy good food, and experience a slice of local life.
What kind of food can we expect to find at an izakaya?
Oh, they offer a wide variety of small dishes, perfect for sharing. You might find grilled skewers, fried chicken, sashimi, tofu dishes, you name it. And the best part, it's all very affordable.
Okay, I'm sold. Izakayas sound like my kind of place. All right, so day 2 is a perfect blend of natural beauty, cultural experiences, and delicious food. Now, what's in store for us on day 3?
For day 3, let's dive into the heart of Kyoto's cultural scene. We'll start the morning at Kinkakuji Temple, the Golden Pavilion.
The Golden Pavilion. I can't wait to see it in person.
It's truly breathtaking. You'll get to witness that shimmering reflection on the tranquil pond. It's iconic for a reason.
Okay, what's next on our day 3 agenda?
From there, let's take you to another iconic temple, but with a completely different atmosphere. We're going to Ryoanji Temple, famous for its Zen rock garden.
A Zen rock garden. What's that all about?
It's this incredibly serene and minimalist space. You sit and gaze at those carefully arranged rocks and the raked gravel, just taking it all in, trying to decipher their meaning.
Oh, wow. That sounds very Zen and very intriguing.
It's a place that really invites contemplation and reflection, a chance to disconnect from the hustle and bustle and just be present in the moment.
Okay, so we've got 2 very different but equally iconic temples in one morning. Talk about cultural immersion. What about lunch?
For lunch, let's take a break from traditional cuisine and introduce you to something a bit more casual. There's this fantastic ramen shop near Ryoanji Temple that's known for its innovative and delicious ramen creations.
Ramen. I'm always up for a good bowl of ramen, especially after a morning of temple hopping. Okay, what's next on our day 3 adventure?
In the afternoon, we'll visit Kiyomizudera Temple.
Kiyomizudera. Tell me about that one.
It's another UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's perched on a hillside offering these breathtaking views of the city.
Okay, so this is like the temple with the view.
Exactly. And it's especially stunning during cherry blossom season when the entire hillside is awash in pink. It's truly magical.
Wow, 3 iconic temples in one day. We're really hitting all the highlights. What about dinner? Any recommendations for our last meal of day 3?
For dinner, I have a special place in mind. It's a bit off the beaten path. There's this small hidden restaurant in the Gion district that's run by a family of geisha.
Whoa, hold on. A restaurant run by geisha. That sounds incredible. What's it like?
It's very intimate and special. They serve traditional Kyoto cuisine in a beautiful traditional setting, and you might even catch a glimpse of a geisha or two.
Okay, that's officially at the top of my list. Day 3 is a whirlwind of iconic sites, hidden gems, and those unique dining experiences. Let's keep this momentum going. What does day 4 have in store for us?
For day 4, let's escape the city for a bit and embark on a day trip to Nara.
Nara. I heard so much about Nara. It's an ancient capital, right?
You got it. And it's just a short train ride from Kyoto. Nara is famous for its friendly wild deer that roam freely in Nara Park.
Wait, wild deer, like just hanging out in the park?
Yep. Imagine wandering through this vast park surrounded by ancient temples and shrines, and these adorable deer come right up to you for a pat or a treat.
I've seen pictures of those.
Yeah.
They look so adorable. Okay, Nara is definitely on the list. Tell me more. What else can we see there?
Well, Nara is also home to some of Japan's most impressive temples. You have Tadaiji Temple, which houses a giant bronze Buddha statue, one of the largest in the world.
Wow, a giant Buddha statue. That's incredible. What else?
And then there's Kasuga Taisha Shrine, known for its thousands of stone and bronze lanterns.
Okay, I'm getting serious FOMO just hearing you describe all of this. What about food in Nara? Any recommendations?
Nara is known for its mochi, which is a traditional Japanese rice cake.
Oh, I love mochi. What kind of mochi can we expect to find in Nara?
You'll find all sorts of flavors and styles, from sweet to savory fillings. Be sure to try the local specialty, Yumoki mochi. It's made with mugwort and has this unique, earthy flavor.
Okay, yomogi mochi is going on the list. All right, so we've got our Nara day trip planned out. What about the evening? Any recommendations for how to unwind after we return to Kyoto?
How about we unwind with a traditional Japanese experience, a visit to a sento?
A sento, what's that?
A sento is a public bathhouse. They're more than just places to get clean, though. They're social hubs, places where locals gather to relax and chat. You can soak in these hot springs, often infused with minerals, and it's just incredibly relaxing and rejuvenating.
Okay, a sento experience sounds like the perfect way to end a busy day of exploring. All right, so day 4 is shaping up to be amazing. A day trip to Nara, delicious mochi, and a relaxing sento experience. What's in store for us on day 5?
For day 5, let's delve into the artistic side of Kyoto. We'll start the morning at the Kyoto National Museum.
Oh, museum day? I love it. What kind of art can we expect to see at the Kyoto National Museum?
It houses a vast collection of Japanese art and artifacts, everything from ancient Buddhist sculptures to intricate calligraphy scrolls, stunning ceramics, and even modern paintings. It's a great place to get a comprehensive overview of Japanese art history.
That sounds fascinating. What else is on the agenda for day 5?
After the museum, let's take you to a lesser-known but equally captivating museum, the Kyoto Seishu Netsuke Art Museum.
Netsuke Art Museum. Okay, I have to ask, what is Netsuke art?
Netsuke are these small, intricately carved toggles that were traditionally used to secure pouches and other items to kimono sashes.
Oh, interesting. So they're like functional pieces of art.
Exactly. They're tiny works of art, often depicting animals, mythical creatures, or scenes from everyday life. The museum has this fascinating collection of Netsuke from different periods, showcasing the incredible craftsmanship.
Okay, the Netsuke Art Museum sounds like a hidden gem that most tourists might miss. We're definitely adding that to our list. What about lunch? Any recommendations?
How about we try a traditional Japanese tea house? They often serve light lunches, like rice bowls or noodle dishes, along with a selection of fine teas.
A tea house lunch. That sounds perfect. What's next on our day 5 art adventure?
In the afternoon, let's take a stroll through the Nishijin Textile Center.
The Nishijin Textile Center. Tell me about that.
Nishijin is a district in Kyoto that's famous for its traditional weaving techniques.
Oh, cool. So we can actually see traditional weaving in action.
Exactly. You can watch these skilled artisans creating these intricate silk fabrics using these centuries-old methods.
That sounds amazing.
And of course, you can also purchase some beautiful textiles to take home as souvenirs.
I'm already picturing myself with a new silk scarf. Okay, so we've got museums, tea houses, and textile adventures. What about dinner?
For dinner, let's introduce you to another culinary gem, a restaurant that specializes in Shojin Ryori.
Shojin Ryori. I'm starting to get really excited about this Buddhist vegetarian cuisine. You mentioned it earlier, but I need to know more.
It's not just about vegetarian food. The dishes are incredibly beautiful, often resembling miniature works of art.
Okay, Shojin Ryori it is. I'm so excited to experience this unique culinary tradition. Day 5 is a perfect blend of art, culture, and incredible food. Let's keep this momentum going. What does day 6 have in store for us?
For day 6, let's step back in time and experience the world of traditional Japanese crafts. How about we start the day with a visit to a traditional paper-making workshop?
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated by paper making. What kind of paper making can we expect to see in Kyoto?
Kyoto is known for its washi paper.
Washi paper.
It's made from the fibers of local plants, and it's beautiful and really durable. It's used for everything from calligraphy and painting to lanterns and screens.
So it's like an integral part of Japanese culture.
Exactly. You can watch artisans create washi paper using those traditional techniques, and you can even try your hand at making your own sheet.
I love those hands-on experiences. Okay, so we've got paper making on the agenda. What's next?
After the paper-making workshop, let's take you to Fushimi.
Fushimi, is that the sake district?
You got it. It's a district in Kyoto that's famous for its sake breweries.
Oh, a sake tour. I'm so in. What can we expect to see and do in Fushimi?
You can tour these historic sake breweries, learn about the traditional sake-making process, and of course, sample all those delicious sakes.
Okay, I'm definitely adding a sake tasting to our day 6 itinerary. What about lunch? Any recommendations for a memorable Fushimi dining experience?
Since we'll be in Fushimi, let's try a local specialty unagi.
Unagi, what is that?
It's freshwater eel.
Oh, okay.
It's grilled over charcoal and served with this sweet and savory sauce. It's a real delicacy.
Okay, I'm always up for trying new culinary adventures, so unagi it is. What's next on our day 6 itinerary?
In the afternoon, let's head back to central Kyoto and visit Toji Temple.
Toji Temple. Okay, tell me about that one.
It's famous for its 5-story pagoda, which is the tallest wooden pagoda in Japan.
Wow, the tallest wooden pagoda to Japan. That sounds impressive.
The temple grounds are also home to a beautiful garden and a flea market that's held on the 21st of every month.
Ooh, a flea market. Maybe we'll get lucky and be there on the 21st. Okay, so we've got temples, pagodas, and maybe even a flea market. What about dinner?
For dinner, let's introduce you to another culinary gem, kushiage.
Kushiage, what is that?
Kushiage is basically deep-fried skewers. They come in all sorts of varieties, from meat and seafood to vegetables and cheese.
It's deep-fried skewers. Sign me up.
It's a fun way to try a bunch of different flavors.
Okay, kushiage it is.
Yeah.
All right, day 6 is shaping up to be another fantastic mix of culture, history, and delicious food. Now, what does day 7 have in store for us?
For day 7, let's embark on another day trip. This time, we're going to Hiroshima.
Hiroshima. Wow, that's a powerful and important place to visit.
It is. It's a city with a poignant history and a vibrant culture, and it's easily accessible from Kyoto by bullet train.
A bullet train ride? Okay,
Yeah.
That's another item to check off my bucket list.
The train ride is an experience in itself. It'll get us from Kyoto to Hiroshima in less than 2 hours.
Wow, that's fast. So what's first on our Hiroshima itinerary?
Our first stop will be the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and Museum.
Of course. It's a somber but essential place to visit, right?
Absolutely. It's important to understand the impact of the atomic bombing and the significance of peace.
Okay, what can we expect to see and experience at the Peace Memorial Park and Museum?
The museum houses artifacts, photographs, and personal stories that really give you a sense of the event and its aftermath.
Okay, what else is there to see in Hiroshima?
After the museum, we'll take a short ferry ride to Miyajima Island.
Miyajima Island. That's where the floating torii gate is, right?
You got it.
Okay.
Miyajima is home to the iconic floating torii gate of Itsukushima Shrine, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's truly awe-inspiring.
I can't wait to see it. What makes it floating?
Well, the gate appears to float on the water during high tide. It's a truly magical sight.
I've seen so many pictures of that gate, and it just looks incredible. Okay, so we've got the Peace Memorial Park and Museum, the floating torii gate. What about lunch?
For lunch, let's try a Hiroshima specialty okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki, what is that?
It's a savory pancake dish made with layers of cabbage, noodles, meat, or seafood, and a special sauce.
It sounds delicious. Okay, okonomiyaki is going on the list. All right, so we've got a full day planned in Hiroshima. What about the evening? What do we do after we return to Kyoto?
After our day trip, how about we have a more relaxed evening back in Kyoto?
Yeah, that sounds nice. A chance to unwind after all that traveling.
We could take a stroll through the Gion district, maybe stop for some tea or have a light dinner at one of those charming cafes or restaurants.
Okay, I like it. A chance to just soak up the atmosphere and enjoy the evening. All right, day 7 is a perfect mix of history, culture, and relaxation. Now let's move on to day 8. What adventures await us?
For day 8, let's explore a different side of Kyoto traditional Japanese performing arts.
Ooh, I love that idea. What do you have in mind?
How about we start the day with a visit to Gion Corner?
Gion Corner. Okay, tell me about that.
It's a theater that offers a variety of short performances showcasing different types of traditional Japanese entertainment.
So it's like a sampler platter of traditional arts.
Exactly. You can see everything from tea ceremony and flower arrangement to kiyomai dance and bunraku puppet theater. It's a great introduction to these ancient art forms.
That sounds like a captivating experience.
Yeah.
What else is on the agenda for day 8?
After Gion Corner, let's take you to a hidden gem, a small theater that specializes in no performances.
No performances. Now, those I've heard of, but I don't really know much about them.
No is a form of classical Japanese musical drama that's been around for centuries. It's known for its stylized movements, elaborate costumes, and haunting music. It's very unique.
What's so special about it?
No is a very minimalist art form, relying heavily on symbolism and suggestion to tell stories. The actors wear these incredible masks that convey a range of emotions, and the music is often sparse and haunting. It's a very powerful and moving theatrical experience.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'm definitely adding a no performance to our itinerary. Now, what about lunch?
Since we're exploring traditional arts, how about we try a restaurant that specializes in traditional Kyoto cuisine? There's this lovely place near the No Theater that serves those beautifully presented seasonal dishes in a serene and elegant setting.
Sounds perfect. What's next on our day 8 adventure?
After lunch, let's take a stroll through the Philosopher's Path. We talked about it earlier, but it's worth revisiting.
Yeah, I'm already picturing myself walking along that path, surrounded by those cherry trees, just reflecting on the trip.
It's a really peaceful and scenic spot.
And speaking of peaceful, what about dinner?
For dinner, let's try something different. We're going to a restaurant that specializes in odin.
Odin. What is that?
Odin is a Japanese hot pot dish that's perfect for a chilly evening. It's warm, comforting, and full of flavor.
Okay, Odin it is. Day 8 is a perfect blend of traditional arts, a peaceful walk, and delicious food. What does Day 9 have in store?
For Day 9, let's head to the outskirts of Kyoto and explore those beautiful mountains that surround the city.
A mountain escape. I love it. What's on the agenda?
We'll start the day with a visit to Kurama, a mountain village known for its natural hot springs and stunning scenery.
Natural hot springs. That sounds amazing. What can we do in Kurama?
We can hike through the lush forests, visit the Kurama-dera temple, which is nestled in the mountains, and of course soak in those natural hot springs.
Okay, I'm already feeling more relaxed just thinking about it. Soaking in a hot spring, surrounded by mountains. It sounds heavenly.
After Kurama, let's take a scenic train ride to Kibune.
Kibune, tell me more.
Kibune is another mountain village, and it's known for its unique riverside restaurants.
Riverside restaurants, that sounds intriguing.
Imagine this. You're seated on a platform built over a crystal clear river, and you're enjoying a delicious meal while listening to the soothing sound of running water.
Oh, wow. That sounds magical.
It's a really special experience.
Okay, we have to do that. What about food? Any specific recommendations for our mountain adventure?
Kibune is known for its kaiseki cuisine, especially during the summer months when those restaurants set up their platforms over the river. It's a really unique way to experience that traditional multi-course meal.
Kaiseki by the river. Okay, that's going straight to the top of our list. All right, so we've got hot springs, temples, scenic train rides, and kaiseki by the river. Our Day 9 mountain escape is going to be epic. What about the evening? Do we head back to Kyoto?
Yes. After our mountain adventure, we can head back to Kyoto and enjoy a quiet evening.
Sounds perfect.
Maybe we can wander through the Gion district again, indulge in some traditional Japanese desserts, or find a cozy little sake bar.
All right, Day 9 is shaping up to be a fantastic mix of nature, culture, and relaxation. Now, let's move on to Day 10. What's on the agenda?
For Day 10, let's dive into the spiritual side of Kyoto by exploring some of those lesser-known temples and gardens.
Okay, I'm always drawn to those serene and spiritual places. Where do we start?
Let's start the day with a visit to Daitokuji Temple.
Daitokuji Temple. Okay, tell me more.
It's a Zen temple complex known for its beautiful gardens and serene atmosphere. There are several sub-temples within the complex, each with its own unique character.
It sounds like a perfect place to just wander and get lost in those peaceful surroundings.
Exactly.
What's next on our Day 10 agenda?
After Daitokuji Temple, let's take you to another hidden gem, Kanchion Temple.
Kanchion Temple. Okay, tell me about that one.
It's known for its moss garden and its connection to the tea ceremony. It's a very small and intimate temple, and you can just feel the sense of history and tranquility there.
I love those smaller, more intimate temples. They often have a special kind of magic about them, don't they?
They really do. And at Kanchion Temple, you can wander through the garden, admire the traditional architecture, and even participate in a tea ceremony if you'd like.
Okay, a moss garden and a tea ceremony. That sounds like a perfect combination. What about lunch?
There are some lovely vegetarian restaurants near Kanchion Temple. They specialize in Shojin Ryori.
Shojin Ryori again. I'm sensing a theme here. I'm all for it. What's next on our Day 10 itinerary?
In the afternoon, how about we visit the Kyoto Botanical Gardens?
Oh, botanical gardens. I love those. Tell me more.
The Kyoto Botanical Gardens is home to a wide variety of plants and flowers from all over the world. You can wander through the beautiful gardens, admire the seasonal blooms, and even visit a greenhouse.
It sounds like a lovely place to escape the city noise for a bit and just enjoy nature. So we've got temples, gardens, and Shojin Ryori for lunch. What about dinner?
For dinner, how about we introduce you to another culinary adventure, a restaurant that specializes in yuba.
Yuba, what's that?
It's tofu skin.
Tofu skin. Okay, that's a new one for me.
It's made by skimming the thin layer of skin that forms on the surface of heated soy milk.
Oh, interesting.
And it's actually a really delicate and flavorful ingredient that's used in a variety of dishes in Kyoto.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm always up for trying new things. All right, Day 10 is a perfect mix of spiritual exploration, those cultural immersions, and delicious food. Let's keep this momentum going. What does Day 11 have in store?
For Day 11, let's dive into the world of Japanese arts and crafts.
Okay, I like where this is going.
How about we start the day with a visit to a traditional swordsmith's workshop?
A swordsmith's workshop. That's pretty hardcore. What can we expect to see there?
You can watch these skilled artisans forge and polish samurai swords using techniques that have been passed down for generations. It's really amazing to see these master craftsmen at work.
Wow, that's definitely something you don't see every day. Okay, what else is on the agenda for day 11?
After the swordsmith's workshop, how about we visit a traditional ceramics studio and try our hand at pottery making?
Oh, I love that idea. I've always wanted to try pottery making.
You can learn those basic techniques from a master potter and create your own unique piece to take home as a souvenir.
Okay, that's going straight to the top of my list. Now, what about lunch?
Since we'll be exploring the traditional art scene, how about we try those traditional Japanese lunch boxes known as bento boxes?
Bento boxes. I love bento boxes.
Hmm.
They're always so beautifully presented and so much fun to eat.
Exactly. You'll find all sorts of varieties in Kyoto, featuring everything from seasonal vegetables to grilled fish, tempura, and sushi.
Okay, bento boxes it is. What's next on our day 11 itinerary?
In the afternoon, let's visit the Kyoto International Manga Museum.
The manga museum. Now, I'm not a huge manga fan, but I'm curious.
It's actually a really interesting museum, even if you're not super into manga. It's dedicated to the art of Japanese comics and animation, and you can browse their extensive collection, learn about the history of manga, and even try drawing your own manga characters.
Okay, I'm game. It sounds like a fun and unique experience. Now, what about dinner for our second to last night in Kyoto?
For dinner, let's go all out and enjoy a farewell kaiseki dinner at one of Kyoto's Michelin-starred restaurants.
Whoa, hold on. A Michelin-starred kaiseki dinner. That's incredible.
It's a chance to experience the absolute pinnacle of Kyoto cuisine and really savor the flavors of this amazing city one last time.
Okay, that's the perfect way to end our culinary journey through Kyoto. Day 11 is a whirlwind of art, culture, and a truly unforgettable dining experience. Now let's move on to our final day, day 12. How do we spend our last day in this incredible city?
For our last day, let's keep things flexible.
Okay, I like that.
This is your chance to revisit your favorite spots, explore anything you might have missed, or just soak up the atmosphere of Kyoto one last time.
I love that idea. It's our chance to personalize the experience and really make it our own. But for those of us who might need a little inspiration, what are some suggestions for how to spend our final day?
If you're feeling nostalgic, you could revisit Fushimi Inari Shrine and wander through those orange tours.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered so much ground already, from temples and gardens to those incredible culinary experiences. It's been quite a journey.
It really has. But before you book those flights and pack your bags, we want to equip you with some essential tips and tricks to make your Kyoto adventure even more seamless and enjoyable.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's talk travel hacks. What are the absolute must-knows for navigating Kyoto like a pro?
Let's start with transportation, because getting around efficiently is key to maximizing your time. Kyoto has a fantastic public transportation system, a blend of those modern subways and those extensive bus routes.
But I imagine it can be a bit overwhelming at first, right? Especially for a first-time visitor.
It can be, yeah. There are so many lines and stations, it's easy to get a little lost.
So where do we even begin? How do we make sense of it all?
Honestly, the best thing you can do is download Kyoto's official tourism app.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that earlier. But what makes it so essential?
It's your one-stop shop for navigating Kyoto's transportation network. You can plan routes, check real-time schedules, and even get walking directions to your destination.
So it's like having a personal navigation assistant right in your pocket.
Exactly. It takes all the guesswork out of getting around.
Okay, app downloaded. Any other transportation tips to keep in mind?
Yeah, here's a pro tip. Invest in a prepaid IC card, like an ICUCA or a Suica card.
Where are those?
They're rechargeable cards that you can use on both the subway and bus systems. You just tap the card at the station gates or on the bus, and you're good to go.
So it's like a universal travel pass for Kyoto's public transportation.
Exactly. It's super convenient, and it saves you the hassle of buying individual tickets each time.
Okay, IC card check. Now, you mentioned that Kyoto is a very walkable city. Any tips for those of us who want to explore on foot?
Absolutely. Walking is a fantastic way to really discover those hidden alleys, charming shops, and quiet neighborhoods that make Kyoto so special.
I love exploring cities on foot, just getting lost in the streets and stumbling upon those unexpected treasures.
Me too. But just be prepared. Kyoto is a city of hills, so comfortable shoes are a must.
Noted. Comfort over style when it comes to Kyoto footwear. Now, what about other ways to explore? We talked about renting bicycles earlier. Any advice for those who want to try that?
Renting a bicycle is a wonderful way to experience Kyoto at your own pace. There are rental shops all over the city, especially near those popular tourist spots.
Okay, so it's easy to find a rental place. Anything else we should keep in mind?
Yeah, be sure to familiarize yourself with those traffic rules, stick to those designated bike lanes, and always be mindful of pedestrians.
Safety first. Always good advice. Okay, so we've covered transportation, walking, subways, buses, and even bicycles. Now let's talk communication. We all know that learning a new language takes time and effort, but are there a few essential Japanese phrases that can really enhance our experience and show respect for the local culture?
Even just a few basic phrases can go a long way. It shows that you're making an effort, and it's always appreciated.
So what are the must-know phrases?
Start with the essentials, like konnichiwa for hello, arigatou gozaimasu for thank you, and sumimasen for, sorry.
Okay, those are definitely manageable. Any tips for pronunciation?
Don't be afraid to try. You can find pronunciation guides online or in those travel phrase books. And honestly, most people are very patient and understanding, especially if you approach them with a smile.
Smile and try our best. Got it. Now let's talk about money matters. What's the best way to handle our finances in Kyoto?
While credit cards are becoming more widely accepted, Japan is still very much a cash-based society.
So cash is king. Any tips for exchanging currency?
You can exchange currency at banks, post offices, and those currency exchange booths that you'll find throughout the city.
What about ATMs?
ATMs are widely available, but not all of them accept foreign cards. Look for ATMs at 7-Eleven convenience stores. They usually accept international cards and are open 24/7.
Okay, perfect. That's super helpful. We've got our transportation, our communication, and our currency strategy all figured out. Now let's talk about something incredibly important, cultural etiquette. What are some things we should be mindful of to avoid any faux pas and just ensure a respectful and enjoyable experience for both ourselves and the locals?
Japan has a culture that places a high value on respect, politeness, and harmony. So being mindful of local customs and etiquette is really important.
Absolutely. We want to be respectful travelers and represent our own cultures well. So what are some key things to keep in mind?
One of the most important things is to be mindful of noise levels, especially in public spaces.
Oh, that's a good point.
Avoid talking loudly on public transportation and be especially quiet in those serene places like temples and shrines.
Makes sense. What about specific temple etiquette? Are there any do's and don'ts we should be aware of?
When visiting temples and shrines, it's important to dress modestly, cover your shoulders and knees, and remove your shoes before entering those sacred spaces.
Okay, so dress respectfully and be prepared to go shoeless. What about taking photos?
Some temples may have restrictions on photography, so always check for signs or ask before snapping away.
Good point. We want to be respectful of those sacred spaces. Any other cultural tips?
Here's one that often surprises people. Tipping is not customary in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So no need to tip our servers or taxi drivers?
Nope. In fact, it can even be considered rude. The price you see is the price you pay. Excellent service is expected and included, so there's no need to tip.
Okay, good to know. We definitely don't want to offend anyone. Now, what about those all-important chopsticks? Any etiquette tips there?
Chopstick etiquette is definitely something to be mindful of. First and foremost, avoid sticking your chopsticks vertically into your rice bowl.
Why is that?
It's associated with funeral rituals, so it's considered very taboo.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
What else should we avoid doing with our chopsticks?
Don't pass food from chopsticks to chopsticks. It's also a no-no.
Okay, so no vertical chopsticks in the rice, no passing food between chopsticks. What's the proper way to share food?
It's best to use serving utensils or just place the food directly on the other person's plate.
Okay, we'll be sure to brush up on our chopstick etiquette before we go. Any other dining tips to keep in mind?
Here's one that might surprise you. Slurping noodles is perfectly acceptable, even encouraged.
Wait, really?
It's true. It's considered a sign of enjoyment and a way to enhance the flavors.
So we can slurp to our heart's content. I love that. Any other must-know dining customs?
It's polite to try a little bit of everything that's offered to you, even if it's something unfamiliar.
Okay, we'll be adventurous eaters. Embrace the culinary experience. Any final words of wisdom for our Kyoto-bound listeners?
Embrace the unexpected. Don't be afraid to get lost in those maze-like streets. Try those new foods, strike up those conversations with locals, and just allow yourself to be swept away by the magic of Kyoto. It's a truly special city, and I know you're going to love it.
Beautifully said. Well, there you have it, your ultimate guide to experiencing the wonders of Kyoto. We've covered everything from the best time to visit to those must-see sites, how to get around, where to stay, those essential cultural tips, and of course, all those incredible food experiences that await you. We hope this deep dive has inspired you to book that trip and create some amazing memories. Kyoto is waiting for you, so what are you waiting for?
Sayonara.
Sayonara, and until next time on The Deep Dive.